Millie, you are, my understanding, you are against premarital sex. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Actually, let me open this up to the panel really quick. For or against premarital sex, going around the table?
Go for it.
I'm not against it. Everyone has free will, but as a Christian, it's a no.
I wouldn't teach it to my daughter, but I'm not going to tell other people how to live their lives.
Well, what about for your own life currently?
Well, honestly...
Is there carnal knowledge?
What do you mean? Sorry.
Carnal knowledge. Fornication.
Like, am
sexual intercourse.
Like me right now?
Are you
like
celibate?
actively?
Are you celibate? Or
I was kind of planning on a celibacy.
You should.
You were planning on celibacy?
Well, I slept with one person after I broke up with my ex recently, but...
Wait, so hold on. So 3 months ago, you broke up with your ex, and you've had sex with a subsequent person within the past 3 months. So like last week?
About a month. 2 months ago.
Okay.
A month and a half.
Well, the whole planning for celibacy
Yeah,
thing
I
didn't
know,
really
I
work
got
out,
that.
but you tried your best. Okay.
No. But
Premarital sex, for or against?
For I advise it for everyone. Granted, we do have free will, but I'm very against it. And actually, so my husband and I, when we were dating, we weren't abiding by that, and we both came to the conclusion of like, okay, because we were still like early on in our Christianity, early enough to where we weren't getting convicted as hard about it. But then we started to face a lot of conviction about it, especially me, and it's literally the best thing that you'll do, especially because if you're not sure what your partner's intentions are, that is the quickest way to sort through people. So advise it.
You're against. What about you?
You're against it?
I'm against premarital sex.
She's against premarital sex.
Oh, I complain about everybody's choice. Everybody has a right to have a choice. It's all about choice.
No. Your answer.
Nah.
I mean, I'm definitely going to try to...
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you.
So ridiculous.
No. Go ahead.
For my children, or for my daughter, I would definitely want to push for that and try to instill that with her.
Okay.
Because I grew up in like the 90s and I noticed how much sexualization went on. And so I definitely want to push that.
For or against?
Do what you want.
Do what you want. Word. Okay. And bringing it back to you, Millie, not only are you against it for religious or moral or ethical reasons, you also want to criminalize it. Is that correct?
But the choice, what do we do without the woman choice?
Listen, I'm exploring the idea of if they were to criminalize premarital sex, what the pros and the cons would be. Sorry, what the pros and the cons would be to society.
Okay.
Because here's my argument here from what I understand. Essentially, when a man is, I guess you could say, when a man is going out and having sex with a woman, right? Let's say he takes a woman's virginity, right? In a way, when he's taking her virginity, is he essentially devaluing her? Is he injuring her, causing damage to her?
So not only are you saying like criminal, but also there should be civil.
No, I'm not saying sexual assault. I'm not saying.
No. But you're saying no.
Right.
Like criminalize the act of it for both parties, perhaps. There's also. Are you saying there should be like a civil tort?
Is a woman who
she bring a lawsuit against him?
Here's my question to you.
Can she bring a lawsuit?
Say you have two women who look like identical twins, both beautiful 10s, gorgeous, right? Your understanding of a 10, right?
My understanding of 10, because there's no such thing.
Yeah, it doesn't
exist. Right. If one of them was a virgin, and one of them had been with multiple partners,
she was a strumpet.
Who would be perceived?
Sir.
Sorry, who would be perceived as more valuable, and who would be perceived as damaged?
The virgin would be considered more valuable.
Yes.
Okay. So when a man has sex with a woman, he devalues her.
But she's having sex with him.
But but hear me out here. She's devaluing herself.
Sure.
Okay. So hear me out. So.
I'm listening.
When a man is having sex with that woman, right?
Yeah.
This is the analogy I would give it to. Imagine there's a bakery, okay? And in this bakery, there's a case full of these pristine, beautiful, gorgeous cakes, each unique in their own way.
Can it be a pastry shop?
No, it's not. It's
I
a
prefer
cake.
Like croissants.
No, it's a cake bakery. And so
like a French bakery? Can it be a French bakery?
Okay, it
Let
can
it
be
be French,
a
please.
French
I
cake
want
bakery.
baguettes.
Okay.
I want croissants. Okay.
No croissants, cakes, just cakes.
Pain au raisin.
Okay, just cakes.
Pain au raisin. C'est bien ça,
Okay,
c'est bien.
so
C'est
we
très
have
bien.
this. Okay, come on now.
Okay,
We
sorry,
have-
sorry. Go ahead.
We have this. Okay, at the bakery, there's a case full of beautiful cakes, pristine, gorgeous in their own way, right? And then you have a line of men
Line
who
of them.
want to buy a cake, right? Now the guy at the front of the line decides.
gâteau?
The guy.
Sorry.
Okay, stop interrupting. It's kind of rude. The guy at the front of the line decides he's gonna go and stick his finger in each cake
That's so
because he
rude.
wants to try it before he wants to buy it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So, is he being disrespectful more so to the men behind him that want to buy the cake, or is he, essentially being more
I got an
disrespectful to the cake itself?
One point of clarification. He's sticking his finger or his penis in the cake.
Well, you could say whatever, but essentially he wants to taste it before he buys it, right?
They covered this
and
in
then
American
he decides,
Pie.
oh, I'm going
Great
to.
film. Great film, by the way. American Pie.
Let me
Have you
finish
seen
my
it? Sorry,
analogy.
Okay.
Because
Sorry.
we're actually going to have a discussion here, right? Or is this a clown show? Okay, so the cakes essentially are, he decides he's going to buy the cake that he wants for himself, but now the next man behind him comes and every single cake he sees has a fingerprint in it, and then he decides to take a finger, and then by the time the guy at the end of the line here gets to it, you have all these cakes that have
Fucked up
been
cake.
just
battered and
right.
destroyed.
It's not in its original condition.
It's not the original
And so what's happening
condition.
here is, I don't understand why men in society aren't mad at the guys who are going and sticking their fingers in all the
I'm
cakes.
pissed off.
Well,
I'm not. Why shouldn't?
I
why?
think
hang
all
on.
women
Why-
should be virgins.
What about all those fucking cakes opening their legs though? And they're like, put your finger in here.
Well,
like, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, but-
they have a runway
I hear
going
it.
right towards
I
the
hear
finger
it.
insert.
No, I
point.
hear it, but,
you know what
but
I mean?
I don't see any accountability on the men's
Yeah,
part,
literally, like-
and I don't see any ire towards.
It sounds like you're only
No,
giving
listen,
accountability to the men.
No, I say obviously I said I'm against premarital
Men
sex,
are
and I
leaders,
don't think
except
women.
when it comes to sex.
Right.
Then they're
Women are the gatekeepers of
then they're
sex.
on their back.
Then they're
being
bottoms.
submissive.
Then they're bottoms.
But men usually make the first move on most occasions. Okay, now here's the thing, okay?
But the gatekeepers
And
of sex
usually
are women.
the most
Actually, it's the parents.
a lot of times they'll say, women have sex to have relationships, men have relationships to have sex, okay? So this is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
You have to realize that men should also hold other men accountable for going up there and
I do.
tarnishing all of the cakes, because
I do.
what's happening is you're actually disrespecting by having, if you're dating a woman and you're sleeping with her and you have no intention of marrying her, you are actually tarnishing her for her future husband, and you're disrespecting her future husband. So
father.
you have
But
to
how is she
realize
not
this-
doing that to
this
this
herself?
whole
she would
analogy.
be. She would be, but where's the accountability
get shot
on the
for
part
that
of the
back
men
in the
as
day.
well, in respecting
go-
other men?
Go ahead, Renee. And then
Should
I'll
men
answer.
respect other men?
I don't disagree with your general
Right.
idea. Definitely
Say it, Renee. Say it.
I don't know, men shouldn't be sticking their fingers in the cakes like crazy like that. They should want to wipe them up.
Wait, what?
But however,
Yeah.
this is a fallacious analogy because you can't
good word,
tell
Renee. Good
from the
word.
cake. Like you
What?
wouldn't be
Huh?
able if you
What?
walk.
What?
Look at my cake.
You
Hold
can't
on,
look,
Renee.
You wouldn't know the damn
you cannot look
difference.
at me and
don't
tell
know
me
how
how many
many-
bodies I
And that
have.
wouldn't be a fallacious
Your
analogy.
actions will demonstrate.
No,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
wouldn't
your-
know.
It's called
but
know
you
your
would
actions
not know.
doesn't
You
mean
would
it's
never
not
know.
not rude.
You would never know.
It's called
not
emotional.
true.
When it,
That's
But they would never know.
Listen,
the
when-
man
He would.
wouldn't know.
Yes,
no,
he
and
would.
even if
No,
the
you
man
could lie.
He
listen,
might know. He might not know the precise
Do you
number,
know?
but he
Do you
can
know
tell
what
the
a
level of
continuum
deviancy
fallacy
or
is?
sexual-
Actually, what you
The
just
level of
wait, hang on. What you
deviancy.
just did is called a continuum fallacy.
Nickelodeon
It's where one thing is
donated
not another, but you
$200.
can't tell when
If
the
the woman
deviation
posts
happens.
a bunch of pictures on the internet for men to see what her bakery has to offer, who's held responsible? What if I
But-
leave a good review?
I'm saying
Dumb analogy.
you'd have to put the finger in the bottom where no one can see it.
Wait, Millie, can you answer this one?
okay, he didn't
Wait,
really.
wait,
what did
wait.
he say? Who's held responsible?
Did you catch
What-
that? Okay.
But you
Yeah,
get what I
okay,
mean?
wait.
Okay, you get the
How
point.
to
It's like
hide.
you can't see when you walk by a woman, you cannot see how many men she's been with.
That's irrelevant.
Actually, but that's not true. Like
Actually,
19
no, it is true.
Wait,
No,
This
men
is an
can
analogy.
tell.
Renee,
men can
Renee,
tell.
Renee, listen. There's something called, check this shit out, the 1,000 cock stare, okay? And sometimes you can look a girl in the eyes and you know.
We're looking at you, Renee. No,
Yep.
it's okay. I'm joking.
There's like 1,000 cock stare look. Some women have it.
Do I have it?
A little bit, not gonna lie.
I'm
Just
just
kidding.
kidding.
Yeah, it's like a 200. No, I'm joking. I'm
No,
joking.
that's not.
So in the
I'm
analogy,
joking.
why do men get to remain like men and then the
They
women
don't.
become the
Biblically, they
inanimate
don't.
object?
No, well, here's what the reason why I give this analogy for the men in general right here is because I want them to be able to think about, should men be disrespecting other men? It's not as much about the women. The real point here is when the man is doing that to the men behind, they're disrespecting the men. Do you understand? It's actually a
God.
question
Okay, I'll give
of,
you my
should men be
answer on this. I'll give you
disrespecting
my
other
answer on this.
men?
Well, I don't
in
think
that
it's
way?
I don't think it's really men disrespecting other men. One, I think women are the gatekeepers of sex, as Andrew says. Women are the gatekeepers. Also, from my point of view, I don't advocate for male promiscuity. I'm against male promiscuity. Now, I don't know if I take it as far. I certainly don't take it as far as you do. I don't object to premarital sex, but I also object to like hookup culture. I object to. Here's my perspective. If I want to sleep with a girl, I want there to be continuity. I want to continue seeing her. I want to pursue a long-term relationship with her. That doesn't always necessarily lead to marriage, for example, in my case. So I'm probably not as far along as you'd like me, but I'm not as far back as there's these guys who just want to fuck a girl once and never talk to her again. I'm against that.
Right.
Me personally, if I want to sleep with a girl, I want to continue seeing her. I want to pursue a long-term relationship.